Airdrop one will be the wielder of this weapon right here. Mamba still prone out alongside the crate of one of his victims. Let's see. Not really an opportunity for TRZ to engage upon anyone. They did see the players of Godlike Stalwart quite close to them. They do realize Raw is waiting for them underneath this hill. There's the lads from Gremlin Storm as well. But TRZ quite exposed out in the open on top of this hill with nowhere left to go. Only one option remains: to stay hidden for as long as possible and lay out a trap for people trying to move towards you. Imagine if TRZ, they're going to be thrown out, all 4 players like this, and Raw just ran through them. They're going to run into a meat grinder at that point. I think at this from here on out, the entire game plan for TRZ is just going to be about how patient they can be. Since they do have the center of the zone for themselves, if they are patient, I think this game is going to be much easier deal for them. But look at this action. Did see the player in the distance, so far away, the player of the Warriors, but he does not care.
How is he even seeing them? It's hard for me to see it on my monitor. How does he see it on his device?
I have no idea. I think at this point, even he's shooting blind.
I think so, yeah. He is probably. He probably just saw a little pixel.
Yeah.
And he thinks that, oh, okay, the enemy's there. So yeah, he is taking shots. But he's taking those shots perfectly. I doubt he's just shooting blind. But yeah, he's definitely spotting those players.
Alright, I got it. I think he is seeing the pixels as well, plus the players of the Warriors are shooting towards him as well. So he's just waiting for the...
whichever direction, whichever direction the shots are coming from. He's just shooting at that one. But yeah, he's doing a great job just suppressing those players down and making sure they're not really going to peek over the ridge. As we have airdrop 2, and it's going to be the MK14, not sure. And that's what I'm using it as DMR. I would say it really does depend on the situation that you're in.
Yeah.
D Warriors, on the other hand, doesn't seem like there's any sort of threat around them. So they're just going to try to move around, gather a bit more info, try and reposition themselves, maybe potentially in a better spot. But right now, they're moving outside the circle, so I don't exactly know what the game plan is. They're moving in all the way from ruins. And if I'm not wrong, they want to breach in inside the circle all the way from down south.
We'll talk about moving down south, and I think the zone heard you, Necro.
Yeah.
You see a southern shift towards Camp Charlie, and I think this is going to create a lot of trouble for the players of T2K, because look at the map, they are just right next to the to the Paradise Resort, and now they're finally starting to move down south. But A1 Esport on the other side, having dropped Snipe YT from the side of Jan Mara, are going to run towards him to secure this finish. And there's the second of the game. 2 players from the side of A1NB still remaining. Janmara, 3 players left. And I think all their attention is just focused in on the players of A1NB and just delay a potential push from the players of TRZ. But a lot of quiet moments in this particular match. 11 minutes in, still all 16 teams alive. 60 players still remaining, so we are yet to see the first squad wipe of this particular match. The Koa having spotted out Gunner in that sniper tower right there. He's going to try and see if he can take him out as soon as he gets up. Just a few small little bursts of the shots of M4 in that direction. No conversion though.
Yeah. I mean, right now, Koa definitely has Gunner in a deadlock. Gunner cannot move out. If he does, I mean, one thing's for sure, he's going to catch a lot of bullets. I'm not sure if he'll go down or not, but A1NB in a decent spot, at least for now. In the front, we're not really seeing a lot of movement right now.
That do figure out a way to deter a situation even before it occurs. Just predict the future, if you will. Gianmana Gunner still holding on to the exact same tower that he was in before. I hope they realize Skylight Gaming moving in close to their position very aggressively as well. You see them in the distance. And now out in the open, Jan Maragana finally going for a few shots on the players of Skylight Gaming. Does not really manage to connect though, having given away his position. Let's see what the end result is going to be. But over here, DE, the nice guys getting destroyed by DE Warriors, as Trulove and Chari are going to be put to their knees. Joker in the back lines taking a lot of damage from the blue zone. Just trying his level best to survive, to cover for his teammates. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think DE, they will have to give up on this entire situation. 2 more players lost.
Finally, a little bit of battles happening. Those skirmishes are definitely there, but we aren't really seeing a critical fight happen yet. A couple of teams are handicapped. A1NB, of course, we saw them getting handicapped early off, so now just with a 2-man, it's going to be next to impossible to survive the outburst that's about to break soon. As we have the players of DEW as well on a move. The circle is shifted away from them, so DEW, they realize no more time to waste. It's time for them to take things a bit more serious. Venom Legends and Raw right next to each other. And Raw this time are doing a great job of defending it, but no, the trade's actually going to be back and forth. It's a perfect trade. As Susan's managed to take him down. Raw might just be in a little trouble. As Venom Legends, they should be able to get the fallen player back up, but on the other hand, for Raw to get the fallen player back up, it's going to be next to impossible. Smokey is inside the water lines, hoping that no one's going to be able to spot him, but his position's already being compromised, so he cannot just stay underneath the water for a long time unless he's going to suffocate to his own death, and also at the same time, he's being ticked away. Next to impossible to save that man at this point. But on the other hand, his teammates, though, they're trying their best to try and neutralize stuff here, as they have managed to find another opening, and Susan instantly being confirmed as well. That's a big slip-up from the side of Venom Legends.
Yeah.
They had an advantage, but now they've choked it.
Yeah, a massive slip-up, as you said. An opportunity presenting itself to Venom Legends, and just that one individual being traded out is just going to swing this entire fight in the favor of Raw. Now look at Slipknot, has an amazing high ground advantage, can keep track of the players of Venom Legends, and does see Gangsta moving out in the open as soon as he steps in the mortar. Gangsta knows it was a mistake. Slipknot is going to make it hurt. One more knock secured, and he's not the only one keeping an eye on the river now.
Don't exactly
from
know.
The other side as well.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I personally have no clue what was that move from the side of Gangsta.
Desperation.
But do you really need to be desperate in these moments? I do understand, yeah, you've already been engulfed by the zone, but you also need to understand even the enemy team is inside the zone, so even they are taking the equal amount of damage. Maybe there's another way to take an exit from the fight from the backlines.
Yeah.
But instead, Gangsta decided to cross on over where he knew there's a big chance that the enemy is going to be there. And now, Venom Legends, they've lost out on 2 players. Here you go. They have dug their own graves as there's only Frag Boy alive with a big burden on his shoulder to try and carry over. While the players of Raw, the rest 2 players are already on a move.
And look at Raw, though.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing such a brilliant job taking on the players of TRZ as well while they rotate. But look at this Frag Boy. Oh my goodness, what an amazing move from Slipknot. He jumped right in front of him, just bunny hopped out of the line of fire, and then came back with the 1-pump gun.
Yep, that's all you need. But now you have Deadeye's Warriors and even Scarlet's Gaming up against the players of IHC. IHC with the high ground. Alex does realize he will need to fall back from that one, as there was a big nade parade just flowing on his way. IHC, they're looking pretty comfortable inside the circle. On the other hand, Scarlet's Gaming hugging the blue. They need to make a presence inside the circle. Slowly and steadily creeping and crawling their way in. There's a big chance they might be welcomed by the players of IC. And Alex as well is just swimming. He's having a great time. T2K up against the players of TRZ. Now finally a lot of fights are going to start to break down. This sound out game is being quite slow. But this late game is being set up even better.
Definitely. I think the final few moments of this particular match are going to be extremely, extremely chaotic. But let's see, Sandesh right now just trying to see if he can take care of the players of TRZ. Has one man already bleeding out. The other lad, Atomic, just trying to see if he can survive in the water. On the other side there, Deadeye's guys taking an exit from this game on the 15th position. Not really a position where they want to be, but look at this. So Atomic is bleeding out slowly and steadily. All that lack of oxygen is starting to hurt now, and there he goes. Oh, but from the rare legend taking extreme fire, the players of IHC show up.
IHC. And also the players of Skylights Gaming are being a big problem. Skylights Gaming have the high ground, so of course they're going to have a lot of line of sight on the players in the front who are in the lower grounds. But they don't have the positional advantage. Skylights Gaming, they need to move in, and unfortunately in the front are the players of IHC who will try to hold them off. Bay, TRZ being picked off. Nice move from the side of T2K, and Sandesh is going to put that final nail in the coffin as we have Vizzy's club with all the 4 players. They have managed to survive for a long time. Camp Charlie has been their saving grace, but there has to be some sort, or there has to be some point in time inside the game where they'll need to leave that Camp Charlie area, and it will occur soon. And Skylights Gaming are taking the shots. T2K in the front. Skylights Gaming, if they decide to move away, T2K are going to be a big problem for them. So they cannot just ignore the problem in the front. They will need to try and take care of the players of T2K, but how are they supposed to do that? As soon as they take care of T2K, it's going to be the players of IHC welcoming them with open arms. Skylights Gaming are screwed big time if they do manage to make a rotation, though, on the right side, and they do realize that the right side is clear a bit. Then maybe things can be a little different, but unfortunately, they only have one vehicle available.
Yeah, and it's not just them. Wizards Club in a world of trouble as a circle just moves completely away from them. On the other side of the river, Elementrix, God, Stalwart, DRS. The team holding the bridge right now are going to be in a world of hurt. IHC, I think they have a pretty nice position for themselves. Demo, I think, has seen the players of Skylight Gaming moving on top of this hill right in front of him and has relayed this information to his teammate Alex. But look at this, Octopus from Wizards Club waiting patiently for Elementrix to get in as close as possible. Goes for the spray with the UFP, but a massive, massive blunder as Bishal and Precious just run right through him, and before Wizards Club realized what happened, the entire team gets eliminated, as it wasn't just the players of Elementrix who showed up, it was godlike Stalwart as well. Wizards Club down to their last surviving player, and I don't think he's going to stay alive for long. But it is Domain though, so let's see what is going to happen. Elementrix also down to their last 2, Orange and Bishal left standing.
I mean, they're on the verge of getting eliminated no matter what.
Yeah.
And Bishal is just running in like a bull, but he still somehow wins it. Oh, a lot of shots whiffed. Wizzy's club. They've lost out on the mat, but at the same time, even Elementrix, they cannot afford to stay outside. Orange's ball will not have the meds to back himself up, and Elementrix are going to fall right after on the 11th spot. Definitely not the places to get taken out from, but let me tell you what. Skylights Gaming, for them, the pressure is now going to start to subside, as they have somehow managed to find a little bit of wiggling room, and they have managed to wiggle themselves in. I'd see another big problem to take care of now. It's going to be the players of T2K, but to approach this fight is going to be next to impossible. Skylights Gaming will try to stop them in their tracks, and these will be free elimination points if IHC do decide to push, so IHC will need to play this a little bit more safer and cautiously. And IHC are well aware of the fact as well that they will get shot at in the back if they do approach in this fight. What sort of approach will they use? They do have the smokes to shroud himself up, but the smokes are not going to do that good of a job no matter what. But Sanchir finds the opening. Mafia Ninja goes down. A Sandesh will move outside the blue, and that's a great angle. Will catches him off guard. IC, as they are on the verge of collapsing, but might just not yet. IC, they're somehow pulling this battle back in their hands, but no one's going to be the answer, as Jane in the back will shut him down.
Well, completely ignoring the players in the distance. IHC are going to pay a heavy price for that. Taking an early exit from this game. Ladies and gentlemen, we're down to the top 7 teams. 12 players still alive. T2K doing a pretty phenomenal job. One more knock is going to be secured by a legend, as Mr. Boro is going to be taken out. And he goes on to secure the finish as well. No, the finish went to the players of Janmara. Skylight Gaming, as they tried to make their way down the slope, forced to take an exit from the lobby. Same goes for the last surviving player of Janmara. He gets finished off as well. Down to the top 5. Look at this dog. Oh, just drops in the face of Sus and shoots him with a UMP. An easy target just sitting out in the open, and he gets blown to pieces because karma is a thing apparently.
It's just crazy how you give these teams even a little sound cue and you're already just dead. Those nades are being cooked to perfection.
Yeah.
Not overcooked, not undercooked, perfectly blows up in the air, right on his face. And DRS suddenly have a big man advantage.